Hey everybody! Hey everybody! Drew Scooter. It's Wednesday Wonder, and Wednesday Wonder is when you can ask your questions about the show. I'll try to answer them. Best place to get your question answered is just send me a message to the contact form on our website. There's so many different pockets of Sleep With Me community on so many different platforms. I try to check, and people that work on the show try to check, but just that way it goes right to me. And with the way my kind of learning differences work, if I get a message, it's just a little bit easier for me to parse it out. But I saw this one in the listener Facebook group from Abigail, who said, "Hey, are the recipes from Real Time Recipes written down everywhere?" The answer is no. The other answer is I've tried to film videos, um, but other than talking head videos, it's really hard for me to find time to film multiple segment videos. But yeah, I'm also not good at writing stuff down. But what we're going to do now, I'm not going to actually make it. I'm just going to run through the basics of it in about 2 or 3 minutes, of the main smoothie I was talking about in the Breakfast with Bob episode that came out recently. So I'm just going to show you the main components and walk you through it, right? So main component is some sort of liquid. It's going to taste better, in my opinion, if it's milk substitute. So it could be a flavored milk substitute too, like vanilla oat milk, or almond milk, or it could be dairy milk. You choose. I do make smoothies with coffee. I don't make overnight smoothies with coffee and creamer, but that is another kind of smoothie I make that I have. Okay, but so what you're going to basically do is take, at least to start out, a cup of liquid, and you're going to put it in your blender cup, or I guess a pitcher if you use a blender pitcher. Then you're going to put in, these are chia seeds. Depending on if you consume chia, I put in 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, or you could do a tablespoon of chia seeds and a tablespoon of flaxseed meal. You can also put the flaxseed meal in the next day. We're going to be doing this getting close to bedtime. So you got let's just say a tablespoon of chia seeds in there. They're going to be floating at the top. Then you're going to use your oat or grain. I love the high fiber oat bran. But if you're making it overnight, I really like these protein oats. These are not sponsored. It's not a sponsored post. And I would put 1/3 of the cup, just like it says in here, into that liquid. So then you have your chia, your liquid, and your oats or other oat-like thing. Then you're going to take a date. Oh boy, I got a lot of dates here, huh? Just in time for Valentine's Day. You're going to take a date, right? These are pitted dates. You're going to take the date, and before you put it in the blender, you're going to want to chop it up, or rip it up. You don't have to, but your results are going to be better. The date's going to add, the dates have some good qualities to them, but it also adds a sweetness and a nice flavor. And then that's it. You're going to blend those. I always blend them. You could not blend them. I guess if you're making overnight oats, you'd not want to blend them. Maybe you'd want to reduce. I think you don't even have to reduce the liquid, because a cup's going to get pretty thick by the next day. But I blend them. I don't know, because I'm going to make it into a smoothie anyway, and I think blending it up, I don't know. I mean, you definitely got to blend up. I'm just wondering why I blend it. The date has to be blended though, so blend it. Again, you could add other stuff in at night. In the past, I've added the protein powder in the night before, but then the next day you're going to pull it out. It's going to be a thicker liquid, right? You could have it just as overnight oats, like that. You could start to add in some flavorings like vanilla. But what I do, and this is just my own personal thing, I'll add in a scoop of flavored protein powder because I know it's going to taste good. I'll add kale and spinach. I prefer to keep a bag of kale and spinach in my freezer, so they're already kind of broken down. You could put them in there. I think that's probably a good place to start. I'm trying to think of anything else that's a must add in there. And then you're going to probably want to put some more liquid in there because it's going to be getting thick if you're going to be drinking it. Depending on the protein powder flavor and your own mileage, And sweetness, you could put coffee in there. I don't know if I've tried it that way. I think I probably have. But again, if you're having berries in there, which is another thing you could add in, maybe not mix. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know if berries and coffee go together. All this other stuff, for some reason, it's fine with me. But yeah, you get berries in there. For some reason, I can't have coffee or a berry flavored protein powder. But yeah, and then you just blend it again. Put a little liquid in there, like more of the whatever liquid. You could use water as well. Again, you're going to get more mileage out of more flavoring, and then drink it and enjoy it, and then kind of tweak and adjust. But that's kind of your base recipe is like liquid, chia. The thing that chia does, and then the oats they'll like absorb liquid and kind of make it thicker if you're going to have it as a thing. But I also just prefer the chia soaked overnight. You could do all this in the morning. I don't know how the oatmeal would be, but you could definitely do it in the morning with the oat bran. And yeah, you don't even need to cook the oatmeal. It sits for whatever 10 hours. But again, I do not know anything about it. I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. I'm a cook. And I just am a person who eats. So I don't know much. So take all this, there may be rules I'm breaking, but that's just what I do. And it was a Wednesday Wonder question. So I was answering that question. So thanks, everybody. Yep.